Hey, history buffs! Welcome back to another fascinating journey through time. Ever wondered what happened to the Etruscans? This enigmatic civilization once held immense power and influence in ancient Italy. This ancient civilization, once a superpower, mysteriously vanished. Their story is one of both triumph and tragedy. Let's dive into the tale of their assimilation and conquest. It's a story filled with alliances, betrayals, and the relentless march of time. The Etruscans were in a prime, yet precarious geographical position. Nestled in what is now modern-day Tuscany, they were surrounded by potential threats. To their north were the Celts and Germanic tribes, fierce warriors who were always on the lookout for new territories to conquer. The Greeks were to their east, bringing with them their own culture and ambitions, often clashing with the Etruscans. And to the south, the ever-ambitious Romans, who were steadily growing in power and influence. And to the west? The vast, unyielding ocean, a natural barrier but also a limit to their expansion. Despite forming alliances over the centuries, these often faltered, and the Etruscans took some serious beatings. Their strategic position was both a blessing and a curse. But surprise! It wasn't wars or invasions that ultimately did them in. The Etruscans were resilient and resourceful, often bouncing back from defeats. The Etruscan language was still in use up to the 1st century BC, and it only vanished by the 1st century AD. This shows their cultural resilience even in the face of adversity. What really caused the Etruscans to disappear was assimilation into Roman society. As Rome expanded, it absorbed many cultures, and the Etruscans were no exception. As Rome grew into a worldwide empire, the Etruscans were absorbed, losing their identity as an independent people. Their customs, language, and traditions were gradually replaced by those of the Romans. If you look at Carthage, once the Romans defeated them, they obliterated nearly all traces of Carthaginian culture. The Etruscans faced a similar fate. The same happened to the Etruscans. Their cities were Romanized, their temples repurposed, and their art and literature lost to time. Today, only a few thousand funerary inscriptions and some tombs remain to remind us that the Etruscans existed. These remnants are precious windows into their world, the final blow to Etruscan survival, their support for Marius in his civil war against Sulla. This political miscalculation proved disastrous. Marius lost, and the Etruscans faced the wrath of the victors. Sulla's forces were ruthless, and the Etruscans paid a heavy price for their allegiance. Systematically, their culture was destroyed. Temples were razed, cities were sacked, and their people were either killed or assimilated. Latin replaced their mother tongue, and Roman methods took over their way of life. The Etruscan identity was slowly but surely erased. Not all ancient societies vanish like the Minoans or undergo migrations like the Philistines. Some, like the Etruscans, are simply overwhelmed by a stronger enemy and disappear. Their story is a poignant reminder of the fragility of civilizations. Much like the 10 lost tribes of Israel, the Etruscans were an unfortunate nation that lost everything due to bad decisions and were absorbed into a greater empire. Their legacy, however, lives on in the shadows of history, and that's how the Etruscans vanished, a tale of assimilation and conquest. Their story is a testament to the ever-changing tides of history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into ancient history, make sure to explore more about the Etruscans and other lost civilizations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. See you next time.